to the clouds. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, how are you? I hear you. I hear you. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. It's gonna be about an hour, maybe a little bit less, but we're gonna warm up a little bit differently today with some yoga breath and yoga breathing. So remember, when you breathe in yoga focuses more on inhaling and breathing all the way down into your belly. So we are going to hit the mat first. So we're gonna start standing up. So let's go ahead and inhale up, exhale down. The thing with yoga is breathing in and out of your nose. So you're gonna inhale up, exhale out of your nose as your arms come down. There's always an inhale focus and exhale. Now we're gonna add an extension to that move. So inhale up, exhale, swan dive down. And then inhale, arch, straighten your legs. Inhale, flatten your back. Exhale, straighten your legs as much as you can. As you can see, I can't straighten my legs all the way. Inhale up, flat back, exhale down, and then inhale all the way up to standing again. Exhale down. Now we're gonna just keep adding on that extension. So inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, flat back, look up. Exhale, round, and kind of reach for your toes, right? So now what you want to do is walk your hands out into like a plank position. So I'm going to turn this on its side so you guys can see me. And we're going to go to the floor. So you're going to go all the way down. Good. So here, you're going to drop your knees. Oh, shoot. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round. Come on. Sorry, dog interference. Come on, out of here. Okay, inhale, arch your back. Exhale, round your back. Good. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Look up to the ceiling. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale. So let's curl your toes under, downward dog. Good, and you're gonna press your hands into the floor as you look for your belly button and pedal one foot down. And then the other, bend your opposite knee as you're doing so. Stretching out the back of the legs. Good, now inhale, and then exhale to the plank position. Now put one foot up in front of your hands, between your hands. And here we're just gonna reach for the sky. Reach for the sky with your left hand, or the ceiling, reach for the sky with your right hand. Switch sides and let your head follow your hand. Let your head follow your hand. Let's get 3 or 4 on each side. Camera angles are no good today. So inhale to the sky. If you need to drop your back knee, you can. Good. Now we're going to gently stretch the front hamstrings. You're going to push your hips back. Good. Lift your toes. Good. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. You can keep your foot flat in front or lift your toes up. Good. Now we're going to push back, switch the forward leg. So for me, it's my left leg's forward. My hands are on either side of my left leg. I'm dropping the back knee. Can you guys hear me? I think.
Yes.
And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to reach for the sky. Let your head follow your hand. Inhale as you reach up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Good. Now we're going to stretch that front hamstring. Come back. Be gentle with it. We just woke up. Right? Don't want to pull a muscle just from stretching. So you can keep your front foot flat, or you can lift your toes up. Good. And try to keep the movements dynamic, not really holding right now. Good. So back to downward dog. So both heels down. You can pedal your feet if you need to. And again, try to look at your belly button. Press your hands into the floor. Good. And then walk your hands and feet together and slowly roll up. And let's just warm up our upper body a little bit more. So ear to shoulder, left and right. And keep up with that nice deep belly breathing. Shoulder rolls to the back. Shoulder rolls forward. Good, back stroke. And forward. Okay, guys, so we're gonna do some compound movements today. Hopefully you're feeling warmed up, mostly strength, because I know a lot of you guys trained a lot this weekend, so we don't really need to do the cardio today. So we're gonna grab a set of weights, preferably like 8 to 10 pounds. I don't know what that means. My headphones are making weird noises. So 8 to 10 pounds, and we're gonna do a compound movement. So what that means is it's using more than one body part. So what it's going to be is we're going to do squats to a bicep curl to an overhead press. Okay, so grab a set of weights. So you're going to start with a squat. I'm going to go from the side just so you can see my good posture. So feet side by side, about hip width apart. You're going to go all the way down with a nice flat back, bicep curl. Keep your knees soft here, and then press overhead. Okay, now you can do these even if you have just the elastic bands. Doesn't matter, same thing, right? 3, exhale as you push up, do your exhale. 4, the goal is to get to 20 reps. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, keep going. I forgot to start my Garmin, and you know how that is. It doesn't count if it's not recorded. So I'm gonna push strength and record real quick. Let's get last 5 together. 1, you guys were ahead of me, I think. 2, 3, 4, 5. If you guys have any questions, just unmute yourselves and you can ask me, okay? So that was one set, and we're gonna mix it up with some planks. So you're gonna go elbows and toes, planks, and we're gonna move 3D. So you're gonna be on your elbows and toes. I'm gonna demonstrate in a minute, but I wanna explain. So you're gonna move your hips side to side for 10 repetitions. You're gonna go up and down with your hips 10 times, and then we're gonna rotate and twist 10 times, okay? So that's gonna look like this. Okay, so elbows and toes, okay? So my feet are about hip width apart and I'm nice and flat. So just imagine you're bumping your hips left, right, left, right, left, right. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now if you need a break, you can rest or even go down on your knees. The next move is going to be up in the air. This is called dolphin in yoga. You're basically stretching, pulling your belly button in, and then lowering back to flat. Get 10 reps. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And then the last one is rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Good. Let's come on up. We're gonna do one more set of everything. So grab your dumbbells again. We're gonna do the bicep curls, squats, and overhead press, right? At your own pace. So if you need to rest, you can. So you're gonna tap the weight to the floor, nice flat back, push through the heels, bicep curl, and then overhead press, and down. Good. When you come up, make sure your hands are reaching for 11 and 1. They're not coming up at 12. No need to bring your hands together. Keep them a little bit apart. Good. 3, 20 reps. 4, 6, 7, 8, 5 more. Good, last one. Good job. Get rid of those dumbbells. We're gonna do our planks. So back to the floor. Back to the floor. Elbows and toes. We're gonna start with bumper cars. Left, right, left, right, left, right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now hips up, flat back, stretch, and come back to the flat. Pull your belly button in. 3, 4, pull that belly button in. 5, 6, 7, 8. Come all the way back to flat. 9, 10. Last one, rotation. Right, left, right, left. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rest. Good job, you guys. Take a little breather. Little child's pose. Catch your breath. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next round of exercises. Everybody doing okay?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yay, okay. So we're gonna do a back row and a back lunge. So you need your bands for this and something to anchor on, your resistance bands. And you can go your normal resistance. We're gonna do 20 repetitions. So I always use the blue band when I'm doing rows. So you can't see my face. So the idea, making sure, actually I'm gonna put it this way. You can see the move. Okay, so you have your resist, and the idea is to do a back lunge at the same time that you're rowing. Okay, so it's a double move. Back lunge and a row. A back lunge and a row. Okay, I need to see my resistance. Okay, so you can even pull your palms up, right? If you wanna accentuate the biceps a little more. But the idea is to get 20 reps. Make sure you're lunging straight back. Your front knee is at a 90-degree angle. Good. Good, squeeze those hands back behind you, your elbows back behind you rather. Nice, good posture. At least 10 more. Go at your own pace. Whoops. So big steps back, big step. Keep going. 4, 5 more on each leg. 5. And 10. I think that was about 20 on each leg. Whew, catch my breath. Okay, we're gonna do elbow side planks. So back down on the mat. Okay, for these, we're gonna do a hip tap. Okay, so you can do them on your knees or straight legs, depending on your strength. So reach for the sky, put your hand on your hip. Want good posture. Okay, so you can do hip tap. That's the beginner way. This is a little bit harder, lifting your top leg up. And then the most advanced or more advanced is straight legs. Reach for the sky, hip tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Let's try to get 10 more on that side. Take a break. Let's get 10 more. Try to see if I can get in my frame. 10 more on that side. Reach for the sky. Tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Switch sides. So remember, you're on your foot, not on your leg, right? None of my leg is touching the ground, just my foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's my stronger side. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Good job, you guys. Okay, one more set of the rows. See if I can get this here. Let me get a bigger picture. Okay, so back lunge with the row. Okay, the idea is good posture, big steps back, 90-degree angles with my knees, and row. Tap my back knee on the floor, row as I'm lunging back. 2, 2, 3, 4, 6, 6, 7. Good, that was 10 on each leg. Keep going. Going all the way to 20. See if I can get my angle up there. 20 more. I'll do the last 5 with you. So big step back, big lunge. 1, 1, 2, 1 more on each side. Good job, guys. Quick rest. Let's hit the floor again for our side planks. Okay, start with the leg you finished on. Start on the side you did last, right? So for me, it was my left side, which is stronger. Oops, there we go. So go ahead and tap your hip and then lift it off the ground. 20 reps on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. 20. Switch sides. Make sure your elbow is right underneath your shoulder. If it's not, this will be really hard. Okay, so make sure your elbow is right underneath your shoulder and you're not too far away. And then also remember to push down into your elbow so your neck is away from the shoulder. Okay, so 20 more on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you always have the knee option. Last one. Good job. Whew. Take a breather, grab some water. And the next one, you don't need a fit ball, but it can make it a little more fun. So I'm gonna demonstrate both, but it's a push-up with alternating knees in. So you're using your abs, okay? So how it's gonna look. If you have a fit ball, it's gonna look like this. You're gonna start on your belly on the fit ball, and you're going to do a push-up and then pull your knees in, okay? So it's gonna look like this. Push-up, knees in. Push-up, knees in. Now, if you don't have a fit ball, that's okay. You can just do a push-up and then pull one knee in. Push-up, knee in. Push-up, knee in. But the fit ball is a little bit more fun. I highly recommend getting one. They just can help spice up your workout, and you're using a lot more core when you use one. All the way to 20. I'll do the last 10 with you guys. 3, 5. Whew. Okay. Okay, we're gonna do our fit ball crunches. So if you don't have a fit ball, you can just do crunches on the ground, but you wanna alternate bringing one knee in, okay? So I'll demonstrate in a minute. But let's start with these. So the more upside down you are, the harder it is. So inhale, roll back. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, curl up. Now, if you don't have a fit ball, you can do this. Just alternate the knee you're bringing in. So you're here, you're gonna bring one knee in, and then the other. Okay, 10 more, either alternating legs, flat on the floor, or using your fit ball. So if you're doing a crunch, make sure you're using your abs and you're not just pulling on your neck, right? So your shoulder blades should come off the floor, pulling the belly button in. Shoulder blades up, shoulder blades up, shoulder blades up. All right, good job, guys. Okay, one more set of push-ups, either with the fit ball or without. So if you're not using the fit ball, you can do straight legs or on your knees, and then you're gonna alternate your knee in. Alternate your knee in. Alternate. Good, 20 push-ups total, okay? Maybe more if you're feeling strong. I'm gonna do a couple with the foot ball. So push up, knees in. Push up, knees in. 4, 5. One more. Good job. Let's do a quick stretch. Sitting on your knees, sitting back on your ankles. You don't have a fit ball, just put your hands on the floor. If you do, this can give you a nice stretch. Let your head hang down between your arms. Nice deep belly breath. Roll your arms to one side. If you don't have a football, just walk your arms to the right. Look underneath your left shoulder. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, roll the ball to the left or walk your hands left. Look underneath your right shoulder. Nice deep belly breath. Good job. Back to center. Just let your head hang down. Bring your shoulders back and down and really feel that stretch. All right, good job. All right, we're gonna do one more round with the weights. I don't even know what time it is. What time is it?
We're not gonna do the crunches.
What? I didn't hear you.
You're missing something. You did the abs twice. You did the push-up with the ball, and now you have to do the ball sit-up again.
Oh, the crunches, yeah. Okay, one more round of crunches on the ball. So yeah, good job, Zahir, keeping me accountable. Okay,
you're missing.
So if you have a fit ball, you can do your fit ball crunches on the fit ball, or you can lie flat. Okay, so the more upside down you are, meaning the more your weight is over here, you know, past the ball, the harder it is to pull yourself up. You want to think about doing this one vertebrae at a time. Exhale, inhale here. Exhale as you curl up. Inhale, open. Exhale, curl. And I support my head here because my neck gets tired, but you're not really lifting. I'm lifting my head, but from here, it's all abdominals, okay? So try not to be pulling on your head, right? I'm barely touching my head after this part, right? Your last 10, curl up. If you can, you're touching your elbows all the way to your thighs, curling and extending. Flexing and extending. Flexing and extending. Try not to use momentum. Think about curling up one vertebrae at a time. Good, last 5. Exhale as you curl up. Inhale, open. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, open. Exhale, curl. Last 2. Curl up. Good job, guys. All right, cool. Okay, now we're gonna do one more round. What time is it? Does anybody know? Can you give me a time, Zahir?
3 minutes to 7.
It's 3 till 7? Oh yeah, we started at 6:30, I forgot. So we're gonna do, this is our last round of strength, and then we're gonna do a lot of stretching today because I know a lot of people worked out a lot this weekend. So, well, I don't like it when you can't see my head. So we're gonna go long ways. Okay, so how it's gonna look is, this is called the Romanian deadlift. So you don't need weight if you don't have anything, but something would be helpful, right? If you have a med ball, but ideally you have weights. So you just stretch your hamstrings back behind you, nice flat back, try to touch the ground, and then bicep curl, okay? So I'm gonna use some weights. Let's get 20 reps. Your feet are about hip width apart, nice flat back, and then come up, bicep curl. If your shoulders are feeling good, you can even add an overhead press here, but we already did that set earlier, so just be careful with your form. Yeah, I'm gonna skip those. I'm just gonna do my bicep curls. So stretch and bicep. 4, 5, nice flat back. Be careful. You can hurt your low back here if you do not keep it flat. It has to be flat. 10. Let's get 20 reps. We've got 2 more. Good job, you guys. Okay, we're gonna do twisters for our abs. So with a med ball, or even the weight you just had, if it's not too heavy, you're gonna lean back. Make sure your abdominals are engaged. Shoulders back and down. Touch the ground on either side of your hips. Try to get 20 reps. You wanna make these harder, lift your feet off the floor. 5, 6, 10, 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, good job, you guys. One more set of deadlifts. Take your time in the transitions. Remember, flat back is everything. Pulling your belly buttons in. Do not have a rounded back like this. This is a sure way to really hurt yourself. Please, please, please. Flat back. Tailbone up in the air. Stretch. Come up. Bicep curl. Last 10 or 5 if 10 is too many. Just maintain your good form. You're hinging at your hips. You should feel a stretch in the hamstrings. Last 5. Good job. All right, twisters down on the floor with your med ball. So remember, sitting up on your tush, lean back, right? Feel those abdominals engage. Try to pull your belly button in, right? Tap, tap, tap. If that's hard enough, stay there. Want to make it harder? Lift up those legs. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. Okay, I lied. We're gonna do one more exercise because we left at our triceps. It's also gonna get our calves, and then we'll do some good stretching. So grab a dumbbell or a medicine ball. I'm gonna go a little lighter here. Okay, so you're gonna have your feet touching, knees touching, and your elbows are overhead. Okay, so you look like this from the front and this from the side. Face the light. So you're gonna do a baby squat, squeeze your knees together. You're gonna come up, straighten your arms overhead, and then come up on your tippy toes. So it's a compound move. 3, 4, Squeeze your knees together. 10 more if you can. Go at your own pace. Whew, that was hard. Okay. Grab a quick drink. Okay. We're gonna do one more plank, reverse plank. So we did face down plank, right? I think we did, yeah. And then we did reverse plank. I mean, we haven't done reverse plank yet. So on your backs. So this is also really great for the hamstrings. So you might be feeling these a little bit, but toes are up, okay? The exercise might just be lifting your hips off the floor with straight legs, okay? If that's too easy, you can leave your hips up and just hold. And then the next advancement would be hips up, opposite leg lift. 2, 3, 4, 5. Whew, I'm gonna take a rest. Try to get to 10. But try to squeeze your glutes and keep your legs straight, okay? So I'm gonna try to get 10 more with my hips off the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure your toes are pointed straight up in the air, not pointed. All right, one more set of the triceps and the legs together squats, okay? So grab a ball or a weight, 20 reps at your own pace. Face the camera for a couple times. So I'm squatting, pressing up, squatting, pressing up. Good, try to get up on those big toes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 more. 2, last 5. Try to get a little lower in your squat. Whew, a little higher up on those toes. Last one. Whew. All right, good job, you guys. One more set. Of the reverse planks. So, lying on your back, toes are up, shoulders are back and down, chest out, okay? The first one, just lift your hips off the floor. If that's all you got, just do that 10 times, right? Keeping your legs straight. If you got that, no problem. You can hold for at least 30 seconds. If that's no problem, then make it harder. Hips up, alternate your leg lifts. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, good job. Whew. All right, grab your water bottle. We're gonna do some stretching. Good job, you guys. All right, let's see. We can do this. All right, so we're gonna be on our mat. And we're just gonna do some stretching and breath work. So hands and knees. You're gonna inhale as you arch your back. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. And then 3 more on your own. Good job, you guys. Now we're gonna come up on our hands and knees. Curl our toes under. We're already on our hands and knees. You're gonna stretch out your hamstrings. So push your left heel down, bend your right knee, okay? Then press your chest towards your thigh as you push your hands into the floor. Feel that stretch. 2 or 3 deep belly breaths. Keep pushing your chest towards your thighs. Good, switch legs. Heel down, chest to thigh. 3 deep belly breaths. Good, now both heels up in the air, and then press your chest towards your thigh, and then slowly lower both heels down. And just try to straighten your legs as much as you can. One more deep breath. Good job. So now walk forward or push your hips forward into a plank position. You're gonna put your foot on the outside of your hands, okay? So you're in a lunge position. You can drop the knee if you need to, okay? But try to stay up. And the goal is to reach for the sky with your left hand and then switch. Inhale, reach up, exhale, down. Inhale, reach up, exhale, down. Inhale, reach up, exhale, down. One more time. Inhale up, exhale, down. Inhale up, exhale, down. Good. Now, go ahead and drop the back knee. Let your toes unfurl. And now you're going to stretch your front hamstring. So hips back, lift your toes up, point your toes. Lift your toes up, point your toes, toes up, point your toes. Good. Now hips back forward. The foot is still on the outside of the hips, okay? Now you're gonna push back to downward dog. Good, take a nice deep breath. Inhale, exhale. Now left foot on the outside of my hands, dropping the back knee. Actually, you're gonna keep the knee up first. You're gonna reach for the sky, left hand, right hand. Left hand, right hand. Inhale as you reach up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good, now drop the back knee and stretch the hamstring. So the front heel goes up and down, up and down, up and down. Good, walk your hands all the way back forward. Your hands still on the inside of your foot. Straighten out your back leg. Good. Downward dog. So this is a little bit of a yoga move, but it's one of my favorite ones. So you're gonna take your left leg and put it up as high as you can and kind of open up your hips to the left. And let your ankle rest. I don't know if you can see that. Good. So you're opening up that left hip. Nice deep belly breath. Push both hands, especially your left hand, into the floor. Good, now you're gonna reach that leg way up high and you come through for what they call pigeon pose. So your left knee is right behind your left wrist, okay? And your back leg, you're gonna alternate your knee down to the ground, leg up, straight leg. So you should feel a pretty good stretch in the front of your right hip. So down and up 10 times. Try to have good posture, shoulders back and down. Good, couple more, at least 10 reps where you're dropping the knee and then straightening. When you straighten, push your heel back. Squeeze the glute of your right hip and see if you can feel that stretch in the front of the hip. Good. Now, you're gonna uncurl the back leg, the toes, and go down. Now, this is based on your ability to stretch, so be careful here, especially with your knees and stuff. You don't have to go down, okay? But if you want a deeper stretch, you can go flat with your chest on the ground. I'm gonna stay here today. Nice, see belly breath, so you feel stretch right here. Good job. Come back up, we're gonna switch legs. So now it's your right leg up to the sky, bend your knee, and open your hip up to the right. Press into the right hand so you feel a really good stretch. Couple deep belly breaths, and then bring that knee forward. So your right knee is behind your right wrist, and your back leg, you're just straightening it and bending it. Straighten and bending. Really good posture. Chest is out, shoulders are back and down. 10 times. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Good. Leg back out. Good. And let's go on your back. So lying on your back, just gonna give yourself a big hug.
You're missing one. You missed the pigeon
What
on the other side.
What did I do? The
You
pigeon?
missed
Oh,
the
laying
pigeon
down
on the
flat?
other side.
Okay, you can do it. I'm not a yoga instructor, so we can do it. My bad. All right, so what was that? Oh yeah, so lying all the way down, if you choose. So here, are you good at pigeon?
I'm acceptable.
Yeah, this right one, I probably avoided it on purpose. So that one's my tight side. All right, cool. Now on your back. Okay. Just gonna give yourself a big hug. The idea with this stretch is actually do your thighs touch your upper body? Like, is there a big space? So this is something you wanna work on, right? So that's low back flexibility, right? So if it's, it's okay if your tailbone comes off the floor, but ideally your tailbone's on the floor and you're pulling both knees to your chest and they're touching. Okay, so now straight leg. Really anchor that right leg into the ground as you pull your left knee into your chest. So you really feel a good stretch in here. Nice deep belly breaths. You can do some ankle rolls. Whatever feels good. Good, and then you're bringing your left knee across your body. First, make sure your left shoulder is on the floor, and then you're gonna anchor your left shoulder and pull your left knee across your body using your right hand. But don't pull so far that your left shoulder just comes up. Leave your shoulder on the ground and only go so far as you can without that left shoulder coming off the floor. You can even look to the left to increase the stretch. Good job. Nice deep belly breath there. Now we're gonna switch sides. So left leg is straight with some intention, right knee pulling into the chest. And you can do some ankle rolls, do what feels good. And then you're gonna bring that knee across. I use my right hand to anchor my shoulder down. And then remember, I'm keeping my shoulder on the floor and only going far enough that that's all I got when I start. But the longer I stay here and breathe, I will actually stretch deeper. And just use gentle pressure with your left hand to push that knee down, keeping your right shoulder anchored. You might get a bonus adjustment. All right, good job, you guys. So let's come over on our hands and knees. And we're gonna do the couch stretch. But I'm gonna use my fit ball to demonstrate a little bit how you can do the fit ball as the couch, right? So I put my shin on the front of the hip ball with my knee right in front of it. And then I'm just working this hip flexor stretch. So my left foot is on between my hands. And I'm just working my left hip flexor to stretch, squeezing and releasing this glute, pushing my foot into the fit ball at the same time, trying to get a deep stretch in that front hip flexor. So contract, squeeze the glute, push the hip forward. Good. We're actually gonna stay there. I think it's been about a minute. And then you're gonna come up. See, the goal is to have a straight line from your knee on a diagonal to your shoulder to your ear, right? So you need to open up the stretch, turn towards the sky. And it's amazing psoas stretch, hip flexor, and you can use the fit ball. You wanna stay there for a total of about a minute, at least. You can lean your hips left, lean your hips right, but really feel that tight squat, quad stretch. Now, this muscle is so tight from sitting all day, right? The more you sit, the tighter the hip flexor, the more hamstring issues you have. So this is a super awesome stretch. I recommend doing it once a day, right? So we start in the down position with your hands, foot on the between your hands, pushing your hips forward with your shin up the wall or up the fit ball. I like the fit ball because it's soft and it can kind of conform to your leg. So I'm squeezing and releasing my right glute and pushing my right hip forward, leaning right a little bit, leaning left a little bit. This is my tighter side, so I feel it a lot more. Good, and then I'm gonna use the foam roller for some balance, right? Come up a little higher, get a deeper stretch. Now notice when I come up, I don't push my hips back. They stay forward and stretch. Good, so I'm gonna reach over to the left, turn towards the sky, the ceiling, get a nice deep stretch. 2 or 3 deep belly breaths. Good job. Good, get rid of the football. And let's just come back and sit on your ankles, right? This is a good stretch for those shins. A lot of times, if there's any space in here, definitely want to work on getting a little bit more flexible. You can massage your shins before you do this stretch, but ideally you should be able to do this, no problem. And that really helps your kick in the swim. And then we're gonna go ahead and come up. So actually we're gonna curl your big toes under and stretch a little bit there. So this is a great stretch for your big toe. Big toe is so important in using your glute medius. So big toe flexibility is super important, as are all your toes. So holding this stretch for at least 30 seconds, a couple times a week, can be great for plantar fasciitis, but just be gentle with yourself. If this is too hard, have less body weight on those heels, right? And work your way up to this. All right, you guys, we're almost done. Let's just do one more rotation for the upper body. So hands and knees, you're gonna inhale your left arm to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle and rest your left ear on the floor. And just take 2 or 3 deep belly breaths. Pressing the back of your hand into the ground. Kind of getting the upper spinal twist. Good, come out of that. Good, hands and knees again. Reach your right arm to the sky, let your head follow. And then thread the needle, resting your right ear on the shoulder, on the floor, your right shoulder on the floor. And I'm pressing my right hand into the floor to open up my chest to the left. Nice deep belly breath. Good job. Let's come to a seated position, either Indian style or like in a yogi position. I don't know if you can. All right, let's do some upper body stretches. So we're just start ear to shoulder, gently stretching. If you want a deeper stretch, you can put your hand behind your back. Feel that nice stretch. Start with your ear to the shoulder and then pull away. You can add a little weight on the shoulder. Good, switch sides. This is where I hold all of my tension. So my neck is usually always pretty tight. This feels awesome. Nice deep belly breath. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your nose or out your mouth. Good, let's take a nice deep breath in, reach up real tall. And you're gonna left hand on the floor, right arm reaches over towards the left. Nice deep side stretch. Look to the sky if you want a little bit more intensity. Good, switch sides, reach up and over. Good, and rotate. Good. Now we're gonna do a spinal twist. So both hands over to the left. So I'm putting my right hand on my left knee and I'm using my left hand behind me to help me twist my spine, looking as far back behind me as I can. Try to stay super straight posture-wise. 2 or 3 deep belly breaths in your nose, out your nose. Good, switch sides, left hand on the right knee, using it as leverage to twist, looking back behind me. Stay tall. Okay, guys, we're almost done. We're just gonna do one round of breathing. So we're gonna go in your nose and out your mouth. Sometimes when you, actually doing strength training with weights, like I said, is anabolic, right? So it builds you up, it builds up your chi, whereas the endurance stuff can kind of break you down, it's catabolic. So by doing strength training, it's great because it actually gives you more energy to perform your endurance training a little bit better, less chance of injury as well. The stronger your muscles are surrounding your joints. So post-workout though, it's always a good idea to do some breath work to build your chi back. So the stretching and all the deep breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, that helps build your chi. But doing some more intentional, energetic breathing when you're done can give you some energy to move on to your next part of the day, right? So we're gonna inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth, and then we're gonna practice a breath hold and kind of hyper oxygenate the bloodstream. So you just kind of feel really alive, okay? So you're gonna inhale through your nose, exhale mouth, and we're gonna do 30 rounds. And you can be as dynamic as you want. So inhale, move your whole body, exhale. Let's get 10 more good ones. Last one, deep breath in, deep breath out. Deep breath in and hold. Good job, you guys. Hope you enjoyed the class. Still working out my camera angles, but I hope you enjoyed the exercises, trying to mix it up. So please let me know if there's anything else you want. I don't even know if anybody's still on. It's been an hour.
Thank you,
Yay!
Erin.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Have a
Happy
great day, Vicky. I'll see you soon,
Everybody
I
have a
hope.
great day.
Okay, bye.
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 Bye,
Bye,
Zahir.
Sarah.
Thanks
Good
for
to
keeping
see
me
ya.
accountable. Appreciate it.